Yeah, greetings. See, I can understand the fact that most of y'all want to get knowledge, seek knowledge and everything, but you got to be guided to the right knowledge. So you constantly trust your enemy. So you go to his school system. Because most of y'all, if y'all haven't suffered what your forefathers went through or what your ancestors went through in this country and, on the planet, you ain't going to understand the ramifications and the strategy of the Caucasian. You got to understand that he can smile in your face and stab you in your back. So you got two types of Caucasian. The Southern Caucasian, his strategy was to beat you down and make you inferior to him. And he'll tell you in your face, he say, nigga, I don't like you because you ain't nothing compared to me. And if you was something, look, you wouldn't be under my thumb. You wouldn't be under my rule and regulation. And so most of us accept that because even though we feel like in the Matrix, that movie, The Matrix. What's his name? Neo, whatever. Yeah, Neo. Well, he was like doing his regular thing. He had a kind of feeling that something wasn't right with it. He had to have that kind of feeling in order for him to get hooked up with that underground movement. And they chose him to be the one, see. That's the same scenario that's in the Bible with Jesus. Jesus being the last New Testament, mostly talking about Jesus being the last Savior. And in the Quran, you got a similar scenario with Prophet Muhammad 1400 years ago being the Savior. Then you got the Mahdi coming. Well, they still got a whole lot of our people looking for the Mahdi. A whole lot of our people are looking for a Savior to still come down here. Because evidently, Christianity ain't work for y'all. And Islam ain't work for y'all. Now, look at the turmoil that the Christians is going through. Look at the turmoil that some of the Muslims is going through. Can't say all of them. But that's where the conflict is at, over in the Muslim country. And they call them Islamic terrorists. Because after the devil conquered Christianity, now he wants to conquer Islam. And you got them pale Arabs over there supposed to be defending Islam, and they fell prey to the devil's suggestions. And that's why they over there fighting. In the meanwhile, the Caucasoid over here is telling everybody that the Nation of Islam is not real Muslims. And most of y'all falling for it. So they put out this negative propaganda. Let me tell you about propaganda, y'all. The word propaganda itself only means to promote. You know, that's all. And when you promote, you could promote for the good, or you could promote for the evil, or for the bad, or whoever side you own, you're gonna promote your side to win, or whatever, if you're in a war or whatever. And that's all propaganda means. It's mostly talking about war, though. It's not talking about entertainment, like you're a promoter for entertainers. But on the flip side, if you're in a war, you're a propagandist for your, for your side. Y'all don't never watch the. How many of y'all, I wonder, watch this movie by Sam Greenlee called The Spook Who Sat by the Door? All y'all need to watch that movie and study it. And we like the spook who sat by the door because we right next to the Caucasian. We right up under him. But we don't study Caucasians. Just like before a fight, Muhammad Ali, I know other fighters, boxers, have studied their opponent before they challenge him or accept his challenge. Some guys challenged Ali. They weren't worthy, and he wouldn't take a chance on him. And some of them he studied, but he always would see. He would look for their flaw, right? And watch their habits. Because see, a warrior always in training. He's always in training. Even though you might not be in the gym, what you do in your spare time when you're not training is also training. The way you eat, the kind of life you live. You can't be partying, sexing it up all the time. All this takes your strength away. Then you got to strengthen your mental strength. Your mental aptitude got to be strong. You always got to have that. And so your morals, the way you live your life, when you get in that ring, it'll all show up in that ring. This is what the greats don't tell you. They don't want to tell you that the way they train is what make them champions. You just don't train the body, you train the mind too. and then you study your opponent. And all you young cats that think y'all warriors, y'all don't do that, man. Y'all don't study y'all opponent, y'all adversary. Y'all don't study them. Find out what their weaknesses are. You know. And your oppressor, you know, you can't say you don't have no oppressor. And it ain't each other. Y'all just doing what animals do, fighting over scraps. You know, because you're in a cage. You're in a cage, and he throws y'all crumbs and scraps from his table, and y'all kill each other up over that. But the killing thing about him is that the scraps that he throw you ain't even real. Y'all in the illusion. Y'all think y'all gonna go hungry because y'all can't go to the, y'all ain't got no tokens to take to the supermarket and buy you nothing. So I'm gonna shoot up this man, kill this man, and take over his tokens so I can go to the supermarket. And seeds are free. I had a video, the best things in life are free. You could go walk up to any apple tree and get you a seed and grow you and make you an apple tree. I remember one time I was with some people. We went to they was going to McDonald's, and I was trying to prove a point. On the side of McDonald's, on McDonald's property, was an apple tree. And we had a long line in front of us and a long line in back of us. We was at the drive-thru. And so I looked and seen that apple tree, and there was some ripe apples on the ground. I got out the car and went and got me some apples, healthy food, and they were looking at me like I was crazy, man. Now y'all finna go and spend some tokens on a McDonald's, which ain't, you know, too healthy for you. And here goes some apples. And I could have had the whole tree and got full off all them apples. You know, they say an apple a day keep the doctor away. Let that be a lesson to you. So you got an enemy that you don't study, and he can play that same trick on you all the time. All you gotta do is smile at you. Oh, he like me. And in his eyes, he be throwing them daggers at you. Let me see how can I get this nigga. So this is Black Light saying, never trust a pale face and a smile. I'm out of here.